Hey, how's it going? My name's Yuka and welcome to my channel. So I want to put you on my newest favorite, best dessert of all time. And what it is mochi cake. So if you've ever had mochi ice cream or mochi donuts, it's actually made with this Mochiko flour and it gives it that like chewy tapioca-like consistency. So mochi did originate in Japan, but this recipe actually did originate in Hawaii. It's called butter mochi cake. It is so quick and easy. I swear I'm making it for every new family get-together or outing with friends, and it's like a fan favorite now. It is so popular and it goes by like that. It only takes a few ingredients and I swear I can whip this up in like less than 10 minutes and throw it in the oven, and it's just so delicious every single time. The inside has that like chewy tapioca-like mochi consistency, while the outside has like that nice crunchy baked goodness. So if you're a fan of like corner pieces in brownies, this is gonna be mind-blowing for you guys. I almost didn't want to share this with you because of how dangerous this recipe is, because I have eaten the whole entire tray in 2 days by myself. It is dangerous. It's super addicting. It's so good. You'll be making this every time you go to a new get-together or a potluck, and everybody's gonna love you for it. So let's just get into it. So first start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees. So first things first, Mochiko. So this is the sweet Japanese rice flour. This already has a little bit of sweetness on its own. What's cool about this is that it is gluten-free. So if you have anybody that you are serving with any dietary restrictions or on gluten, this is a great option. Next up, milk. So no particular milk is necessary. This is whole milk, but you know, whatever you have on hand works. 1 egg, very simple, just 1 egg. Then you're gonna want some butter. This is unsalted butter and I have it at room temperature. Next up, baking powder. And then last, granulated sugar. So this is just regular white sugar. Okay, so what you will need is 1 cup of milk. Next up, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter, 1 cup of Mochiko flour. Next, you'll need half a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, and be amazed with how fast this can get done. So starting out with 1 cup of the Mochiko flour. Next, adding in half a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Then I just like to give this a quick stir so everything is well combined before I add in the wet ingredients. Then go ahead and add in your milk. Crack in that egg. Then last, add in the 2 tablespoons of butter. So I like to just use a fork because it's easy, but you could use a whisk if you would like. But then just go ahead and mix all of this together. And you can like break apart the butter with the back of your fork. So you just want to mix it until it's all well combined. If there's a few clumps of butter in there, it's totally fine because once it bakes, it kind of all melts together. If that's something that bothers you, then you can always pop the butter in the microwave before you add it to the mixture. So that was so quick and easy. You guys saw how fast that was. Then you're just going to want to put it in an 8x8 glass pan for baking. And so what you want to do is you just want to add a tiny bit of oil on there so that it doesn't stick, but there is butter in there, so it shouldn't have an issue with sticking, but just in case, I just like to do a really light layer of oil. Then you just go ahead and pour the mixture right in there. And so if you do taste the batter at this point, because it's rice flour, it does have a little bit of a grainy feel to it, but once you bake it, it's super smooth, just trust me. So you saw how easy that was. So all you're gonna do is pop it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes or until the top is golden brown or has a little bit of a crust to it. The only bad thing about this recipe is having to wait for it to bake, because seriously, the whole time my mouth is just watering because it smells so good and I'm so excited to eat it. All right, it's finally time. It's been 45 minutes and the timer's about to go off. So when it first comes out of the oven, it kind of has these like bubbles on top and it might be lifted a little bit, but once you take it out, it flattens out. This is super, super hot right now, and usually I am super impatient and I just want to eat it right away, so I usually burn my mouth eating this, but I'm gonna let it cool for about like 5 to 10 minutes and then check back. It has this great golden crust on top and it's just so crispy with every bite, and it's so good because it's chewy on the inside and it's amazing. Now it's the moment of truth. It's time to cut this. So you can use a knife. I find it easy to just use this. So what I like to do is just cut it directly right down the middle. And I just then cut these in half. And since it is mochi, it does have a little bit of a stick. Then turn it around and do the exact same thing on the other side. So then you have these little bite-sized, like brownie size little pieces of this mochi cake. Go along the sides so that's easier to remove. Like I said, I really like the corner pieces on this because of the crunch that it has. So I'm gonna go for this one. And so, as you can see, it has this mochi-like texture to it. I'm telling you, this doesn't get old. Like, it's so chewy, it's so good. And you saw those butter pieces in there earlier, right? And what it did is it melted into the rice flour, and it just this perfect consistency of this like buttery, sweet, chewy, crunchy, crispy on the outside. This is seriously my new favorite dessert. I swear I could eat this every single day. It's just so good. It's so amazing. Truly addicting, so watch out. Don't say I didn't warn you. And honestly, I'm telling you that this is going to be half gone within like 20 minutes, just solely by myself. But that's how good it is. It's so amazing. Everybody's gonna love this. So if you bring this to any family gathering or any event that you're going to, I swear everybody's gonna love it and everybody's gonna love you. So try out the recipe. For the full recipe, check out yukacalifornia.com. I'll have it listed in the description of this video. And if you have any questions, then leave me a comment below. If you don't already follow me on Instagram or TikTok, then give me a follow. All of my handles on social media are Yuka California. And I really hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time. I'm telling you guys, I already ate half.